guys, so you just saw the Sarge shooting the Bersa 380. This is a pretty cool gun. It's called the Thunder 380. A lot of you guys have seen this, and it may look real familiar to you because it's really similar to the Walther PPK or PPKS, which has been around for decades, James Bond's gun. The difference is this gun is made by Bersa. It's half the price, maybe a little more than half, at about $2.99, and it's made in Argentina instead of made in Germany, or now some of them are made in the U.S. And you can see it says made in Argentina right there. So one big thing, if you're a Walther nut, you'll notice that the trigger guard does not pull down. On the Walther, you pull the trigger guard and that lets the slide come off the frame. This one not so. It has a traditional takedown lever that you flip, rock it back, and pull it off. So very Walther-ish with a couple of a little cheaper to produce options, and that's kind of the name of this gun. If they, they couldn't make an exact Walther copy, it's about as close as it gets without being a Walther. It does have an exposed hammer, which some people like, although in a concealed carry situation, you're not really using the hammer. And then it does have a safety. It has a red, it has the black. If you're down, now you're on safe, the trigger won't go, you're good to go. And a lot of concealed carry guys are liking this. I'm not a safety guy for CCW, but some are, and I realize that. The grip panels are interchangeable with the one screw on each side, so that's cool if you want some pretty wood ones or some of the new VZ type grips and stuff that they're doing out there with the super texture. That's neat. You can get slim grips, you can get fat grips, you can get texture grips, pretty grips, whatever. So this is tailorable to your grip or your wife's or your child, or if you're teaching them to shoot or what have you. In 380 ACP, it's plenty for concealed carry. It's kind of the beginning of the normal acceptable world. Of course, it's above 25 ACP, above 32 ACP, and less than 9mm. That's kind of where it falls in the normal progression of calibers in today's common world. The mag button is a standard button, unlike the old Walthers that had it in the floor plate. This is a button like most Americans are used to, and it's a 6+1 affair, so 6 in the mag, and you can load one more right here. The gun overall is light. It's aluminum. It's lighter than the PPK because the PPK is stainless steel. So this gun initially, when you pick it up, if you held the PPK in a gun store and you pick this one up next to it, you'll immediately go, whoa, this thing's light. And you're right, it is. It also has a lot of injection molded parts, which some gun enthusiasts don't really go for. So it has sights, as you can see, which we've talked about you may or may not need in a defensive situation, but they're there. So for a little bit longer shots, you got some sights if you need them. Close-up work, you're going to be right on you anyway, a get off me gun or something like that, and this is great. Is this gun the most reliable in the world? Well, I'd never lie to you guys, so I will tell you. I've never seen any problems out of this gun, which happens to belong to the Sarge. It's on loan. You just saw him shooting. But about a year or two ago, I was teaching a concealed handgun class here in Texas, and about 6 of the women in the class, it was kind of a family thing, husbands and wives, and about 6 of them had these little Bersas. They all bought them together at a store. 3 of the girls had problems with them, failure to extract. Now that just puts a double feed situation. The gun's really gummed up, especially for a novice user. Even an advanced user, a double feed takes time to clear, or any malfunction takes time to clear. So, would I bet my life on a Bersa 380? Of course not, because I've seen problems with them. But with that said, I'm sure Glocks have broken, Smith & Wesson M&Ps have broken, H&Ks, SIGs, they've all done something wrong to somebody. So I don't want you to write the gun off, especially for learning or target practice, but make sure you run at least 300 or 400 rounds through yours to make sure that your specific firearm is reliable. Again, I saw some a year or two ago that weren't, but it could have just been a bad batch. It could have been a problem. It could have also been the ammo they were shooting. So understand that I'm not writing off Bersa. I think at $250 to $299, this is a great introductory gun for most people, and everybody should give it a shot if they're just learning. Guys, as always, I appreciate the views and subscriptions. Keep them going. Of course, this is Scout Tactical, the original channel, but it's part of the Scout Tactical Network, which is Scout Tactical, Scout Prepper, and Scout Hunter. Please check out all 3 and subscribe to all 3. On the web, we're scouttactical.com. This specific channel on Facebook is the Scout Tactical Channel. That's what it is, the Scout Tactical Channel. As always, thanks for watching.